Barcelona back in the old title race over in La Liga after back-to-back wins. But of course, they're still chasing the leaders, Atlético Madrid. But what's going to happen this week as our next round of matches? We'll take a little look at it next. Another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at match day number possibly 19 out in La Liga, and we'll get to that. Oh yes, we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, and subscribe. Keep bang up to date with, of course, everything Black and Rose related, La Liga related. Whoa, football related, we're gonna know here. Whoa, Ruski, of course, yes. No matches on the weekend. Of course, it was a bit of an extended double weird old match day last time around. Of course, they had the old the Spanish Cup to deal with, but they're back in action this coming week. Of course, we'll talk about that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the patrons. Support the channel behind the scenes. I do appreciate it, of course. They're VIP brothers from another mother. Thank you very much for becoming members of the gang. And if you are interested in joining those illustrious members of the Brotherhood, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But anyway, let's take a look back at, of course, how we all got on last time around then, of course, with our Picaroonies. We go all the way back to whenever. When was this game? I don't even know. Celta Vigo up against Villarreal. That was on Friday, the 8th of January. Wow. 4-0 win for Villarreal in the end. Gerard Mourinho, Moy Gomez, Daniel Parado, and Fernando Nino getting the goals for Villarreal in a comfortable win. Actually, went with a draw myself. Shame on me. My boys, Sociedad lost to Sevilla 3-2 in the end. Yusuf Enesri with a hat-trick. Diego Carlos with a big for OG, and Alexander Isak getting the goal for Sociedad. But unfortunately, not good enough. Sevilla looking good at the moment. I actually went with the 2-0 win. Not too shabby. Kicking it forward, Atlético Madrid up against Bilbao. That was postponed, so we'll have to do that again another time. Actually went with a 3-1 win. We'll have to wait and see on that. Granada up against Barcelona, though. Barcelona also, where were they? 4-0 winners of Granada. Messi with a couple of goals there. Griezmann as well with a couple of goals. Again, another 4-0. Actually with a 2-0 win. So, yes, get back into thick things. Meanwhile, Real Madrid could only muster a draw against Osasuna. Actually with a 2-0 win. Shame on me. Nothing to report here. Absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Levante, they beat Eibar 2-1, and last time around, that was back in Sunday the 10th of Jan. Actually went with a 1-1 draw myself. 2-1 final score. Goals, Gonzalo Murillo, Jose Luis Morales getting the goals for Levante. Tashuki Uni getting the goals for Eibar, but unfortunately too little too late. Cádiz did beat Alavés 3-1. Goodness gracious me. Alex Fernandez with the goal. Anthony Lozano, Alvaro Negredo getting the goals for Cádiz. Justalu getting the goal for Alavés. Tachi also got himself sent off. I actually went with what did I go with? I actually went with 1-0 win for Cádiz, not too shabby. What else do we have? Elche, they lost to Getafe. That was on the 3rd. That was on the 11th of Jan. Marc Curulia, Jamie Mata, Angel Rodriguez on the score sheet. In the end, I actually went Raul Guti getting the goal for Elche. Ivan Macaron getting himself sent off on this one. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Getafe. Meanwhile, Valladolid, let's go back, of course, back a day to Sunday. They lost to Valencia. 1-0 win for Valencia. Carlos Soler getting the goal on the 76th minute. I actually went with a 1-1 draw, so not good enough. Kicking on further, some more games, of course. Huesca, they lost to Betis 2-0 the day. That was also on Monday, the 11th of Jan. Azim Mandi getting the goal. Antonio Santarriera also getting another goal for Betis. Paulo Antokoku getting the goal, got himself sent off on the occasion. They actually want this one bang on the bloody nose. Bang on the bloody nose. Meanwhile, Granada did beat Osasuna 2-0. Luis Suarez on the score, not that one. And Doran Matches getting the goal for Granada in a 2-0 win for them. Actually went with a 1-0 win myself. And wrap it up. Atlético Madrid did beat Sevilla 2-0 in the end. Angel Correa and Sao Niguez getting the goals in a 2-0 win. Actually went with a 2-1 win myself. And as you can see, I got myself 3, 6, 7 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got 7 out of 12, which is okay. It's not brilliant. But of course, the table looks like this, I believe. 41 points at the moment. It is Atlético Madrid. Real Madrid are in second, despite having a hiccup this past match day. Barcelona up to a third, playing the same out against as Real Madrid. But they're still, what are they? 7 points adrift of Atlético Madrid, who have 2 games in hand. It is nailed on for Atlético, of course. Villarreal to 4th, Sociedad 5th, Sevilla down to 6th. Again, they also have a game in hand on their nearest and dearest above them in the table. As of right now, Huesca, Osasuna, and Elche going down as it stands. Let's take a look at how you all got on last round. Here is the criteria. 0-3, you're in the shit-face club. 4-7, straight-face club. And in 8+, you're in the top bins, boys. And I think there's a few of those. Iron Stringer, you're one of those, brother. Welcome, of course. Jamie Gold, I think you had stretch predictions, but you did all right for yourself. LMC did shine. Dario Losa did bits. Camille Chan, not too shabby. Tom Stainer, well done, of course. Bobby Abraham had a nightmare, even though kicked out and took some names. Ultra Owen, well done to you, of course. And Omar Escaville also did very, very well as well. Yannick Busser did bits, of course. Alex, well, not too shabby. Costas K, he's okay. Gaming Charlie, absolute home run. Well done, well done, well done. Barcelona Ista also did very, very well. Shepard did well, of course he did. Ola Giojo did bits as well. We actually hit a home run. Well done to you, of course. Hans Worth also did good. Jonathan Liu, he did okay. Matt Gunner did bits. Look at that. Take up bloody bow. Magic Monday, he did all right. He did all right. Of course, Russell Frost, he did very, very good. Of course, Shane O'Donnell also did very, very well. Who put Shane O'Donnell in the corner? I did. That's right. Vincent Hong, he did bits. And Jacob Nangore also did very, very well as well. This is the leaderboard for this week. If your name is Bobby Abraham, Jamie Gold, or Alan MC, just close your bloody eyes. You got 3, is that right? Jamie Gold got, I think he must have got 4. I'm curious. I'm dubious. In fact, wait a second. Where is he? Jamie Gold. I'm sure you got 7. You got 3, and you got the other 3 there. That it does add up to 7. So realistically, you're up into 9th. But I did put the reflective score lines in the master leaderboard, I believe. So Tom Stainer, though, and Omar Escaville, take a bloody bow. You are the kings for this week. So let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. Of course, take it in. Let's of course, immerse ourselves in the old leaderboard. Magic Monday, 53% success rate. Well done to you. Of course, you are the king being right here, right now. But Hans Worst is gaining on you, as is Omar Escaville. Shane O'Donnell and Vincent Hong are in the top 5. Bianca Moll's had a bit of trouble with her picks, but she's still in there in the top. So further, taking a look at the next round of matches, of course. It's a bit of a weird one. It's not a full match week, but of course, we'll take a look at all the games that are going to go on. Starting on Tuesday, the 19th of January, we can kick it all off with Cádiz up against Levante. Now, these two sides have played each other in the past 40 times. 14 wins for Cádiz, 17 wins for Levante, and 9 draws, of course. But the last 6 sees 1 for Cádiz, 2 for Levante, and 3 draws. Of course, last time out in Cádiz was a 1-1 draw. That was back in the Segundo Division, back in 2017. Goal scorers on the day in a 1-1 draw. Salvi Sanchez and Roger Marti getting the goals for Levante as points were split right down the middle. Of course, Levante heading into this undefeated in the last 8 matches against Cádiz in all competitions. Whereas, however, they've also failed to win the last 7 on the road. They come into this pretty decent form at the moment, winning 4 of the past 5 games. The only hiccup was against Villarreal. That was back, of course, at the start of the year. On the flip side, Cádiz just 1 defeat the past 5 for them as well. Of course, they come into this on the back of a defeat against Girona in the old Spanish Cup. But prior to that, it was an unbeaten run of 4 games. Look at the situation out in the bookies on this one then, shall we? Of course, game starting on the 19th of January, of course. With this one, they've got the 15-8 for Cádiz, 2-1 is your draw, 17-10 is your away win. Levante coming to this, of course, sitting in. Where are they in the old table? Levante in 11th spot, but a win for them. They could go as high as 8th in the table. Cádiz coming to this in 9th, and a win for them. They could go 8th as well. For me, I've got with Cádiz at home with a 1-0 win just to take the 3 points and of course start to climb the table again. Kicking off further, we have Real Valladolid. They have been taking on, of course, Elche. Let's get into this one then, shall we? They played each other in the past 43 times. 16 wins for Valladolid, 15 wins for Elche, and 12 draws, of course. But the last 6 sees 1 win for Valladolid, 2 for Elche, and 3 draws. Last time out in Valladolid was a 2-1 win back in the Segundo Division as well. That was back in April 2017 with goals from Raul Di Tomas and Jose Anales, with Borja Bailey getting the goal for Elche back in April 2017. Elche have actually failed to win the last 11 matches in La Liga. Valladolid undefeated in the last 9 matches against Elche at home. They come into this, though, just 1 defeat the past 5 games for Valladolid. That was against Valencia, of course, a couple of games back. Meanwhile, just 1 win in 6 games for Elche. That was in the old Spanish Cup up against, who's this team then? It's La Nuccia, of course, in the Spanish Cup to get themselves through to the next round. Unfortunately, they suffered a defeat against Vallecano just the other day. In fact, yesterday. Take a look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Fight a 65 on for Valladolid, 23-10 is your draw, 50-4 is your Elche. Of course, Elche coming to this. They are struggling in the relegation zone at the moment, but for them, they could go as high as from 18th all the way up to as high as 14th in the table. Valladolid coming to this in 17th, and again, they could also go as high as 13th in the table. And in fact, they could even go as high as 11th in the table with a bit of a goal swing and a little bit of lady luck. I've gone with a draw on this 1 point split right down the middle, and then, of course, everything shared between the two sides. Of course, Alavés taking on, who do we have here? Of course, Sevilla played each other in the past, 31 times, 8 wins for Alavés, 16 wins for Sevilla, and 17 draws. But the last 6, we have 1 for Alavés, 3 for Sevilla, and 2 draws. Last time out in Alavés was a 1 win for Sevilla. That's back in September 2019. Joan Jordan getting a score on the goal score sheet for Sevilla. Heading into this, Sevilla undefeated in 5 of the last matches against Deportivo in all competitions. They come into this, though. Sevilla just 1 defeat in the past 6. That 1 defeat was against Atlético Madrid a couple of games back. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 5 games for Alavés. That was against Deportivo La Coruña. That was back on the 6th of January, of course. Heading into this, what do we have on this one then, shall we? We have, what do we have? 4-1 for Alavés, 11-8 on for Sevilla, and 5-2 is your draw. Of course, Alavés coming to this in 16th spot, but a win for them, they could go as high as 11th. Sevilla coming to this in 6th, and a win for them, they could go into the top 4. That is Champions League, boys. Champions League, they'll get the win. It won't be pretty, but it'll be effective with a 2-1 win on the road. Kicking off further, though, we have Getafe. They're going to be taking on Huesca. Of course, they play each other just 6 times. The past 2 wins for Getafe, nothing for Huesca, and 4 draws, of course. But the last time out in Getafe was a 2-1 win. That was back in March 2019. Jamie Mata with a couple of goals there, and Enrique Galileo get the goal for Huesca. Of course, Huesca have actually failed to win the last 16 away matches in La Liga, and they've also conceded at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 on the road. They're coming to this 4 defeats on the spin. Meanwhile, Getafe just 1 win in the past 5 games for them. That one was against Elche, of course, last round, of course. So look at the situation out in the bookies on this one. We have 20-17 on for Getafe, 9-4 is your draw, 50-4 is your Huesca. Huesca come to this route to the foot of the table. But a win for them, they could actually go from 20th to 19th. On the flip side, Getafe coming to this in 13th spot, but a win for them, they could also go as high as 8th in the league and get themselves back in the Europa League hunt once again. I think they'll get the win with a 2-1 win in the end. Huesca will have another defeat on their column. Next up, we have Real Betis taking on Celta Vigo. Of course, bit of a fruity one. This one played each other 76 times, 30 wins for Betis, 24 wins for Celta Vigo, and 22 draws. But the last 6 see 3 for Betis, 1 for Celta Vigo, and 2 draws. Last time out in Betis was back in October 2019. It was a 2-1 win for Real Betis. Emerson on the score sheet with Nabil Fekir as well. Igor Aspas getting on the goal for Celta Vigo. Of course, last time out, that's back in October 2019. Heading into this, Celta Vigo actually failed to win 35 of the last 38 matches on the road. They come into this just 1 win the past 5 games. That one was against Huesca on the last match of 2020. On the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 5 games for Betis. Of course, that 1 defeat was against Levante back on the 29th of December. Of course, last day of 2020 as well. Look at the situation out in the bookies on this one. 21-20 for Celta Vigo, 21-20 for Betis, 30-5 is a draw, and 12-5 is Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo coming to this in, of course, in 8th. And win for them, they could go as well. They can't really move, but of course they can maintain an 8th spot. On the flip side, Real Betis coming to this in 10th. And win for them, they could actually go above Celta Vigo, up as high as 8th as well. They're all level on points, similar amount of points, but of course even Stevens it is there. But I've gone with a 2-0 win for Real Betis to take the 3 points at home. Villarreal taking on Granada as well. Played each other 13 times. There are 7 wins for Villarreal, 2 wins for Granada, and 4 draws, of course. But the last 6, he's 4 for Villarreal, nothing for Granada, and 2 draws. Last time out in Villarreal was a 4-4 draw, an 8-goal thriller back in August 2019. Santi Cazorla with a goal. Mo Gomez, Gerard Mourinho, and Samuel Chukwueze on the score sheet for Villarreal. On the flip side, Granada's goals coming from Federico Vico. Ruben Pena with a big fat OG, Roberto Soldado, and Antonio Puertas on the score sheet for Granada. Villarreal are undefeated in the last 10 matches at home. They come into this winning 3 on the spin. On the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 4 games for Granada. That 1 defeat was against Barcelona, of course, a couple of games back. The bookies have this one 7-4 for Villarreal, 7-4 on, should I say, 30-5 is your 11-2 is your Granada. Granada coming into this in 7th, and win for them, they could go as high as 5th. Of course, Villarreal in 4th, and win for them, they could go 3rd in the table. They will go 3rd in the table, potentially anyway, with a 3-1 win over Granada at home. Kicking it further, though, we have Valencia taking on Osasuna. Now, they played each other in the past 80 times, 41 wins for Valencia, 17 wins for Osasuna, and 22 draws. But the last 6 sees 1 win for, what do we have? 3 wins for Valencia, 1 win for Osasuna, and 2 draws. Last time out in Valencia was a 2-0 win. That was back in June in 2020 in lockdown. Gonçalo Guedes and Rodrigo on the score sheet for Valencia. Osasuna have actually failed to win the last 12 matches in La Liga, and they come to this just 1 defeat the past 6 games in all competitions. That 1 defeat was against Granada. On the flip side, they're coming to this on the back of a couple of wins in 4 games. 2 wins in the past 4 games, but of course they're in the Spanish Cup. Meanwhile, Valencia unbeaten in the last 3 again in all competitions as well, picking up 2 wins and a draw to boot. On the flip side, though, the bookies odds and even Stevens for Valencia, 30-5 is your draw and 30-5 is your away win. Of course, Osasuna coming to this in 19th spot, but a win for them, they could go as high as 16th. Valencia are 14th at the moment, and a win for them, they could go as high as 11th in the league. I think Valencia will take this one with a 1-0 win in the end. And wrapping up, it'll be Eibar taking on, of course, Atletico Madrid. Played each other 18 times in the past. 2 wins for Eibar, 12 wins for Atletico Madrid, and 4 draws, of course. But the last 6 sees 1 win for Eibar, 3 for Atletico Madrid, and 2 draws, of course. Last time out in Eibar was a 2-0 win for Eibar. That was back in January 2020. Around about this time last season, Esteban Burgos on the score sheet, and Edu Esposito getting the goals for Eibar in a 2-0 win. Atletico, though, have actually won 12 of the last 30 matches in La Liga, and they come into this just 1 defeat the past 5 games. That 1 defeat was against Cornelia. Who were these bad boys? It is It was in the Spanish Cup. It was a shock loss. UE Cornelia 1-0 win for them. On the flip side, just one defeat the past 4 games for Eibar. The one defeat was against Levante last time around, of course. Look at the bookies on this one. We have 11-2 for Eibar, 64 on 4. Atletico, and 94 is your draw. Of course, Eibar in 15th spot at the moment, and win for them. They could go as high as 11th. Atletico Madrid are top, and they will remain top no matter what goes on this match. So at the end of it, they'll be top of the pops, but they'll get there, or possibly extend their lead with a 2-0 win over Eibar on the road. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Atletico Madrid will extend their lead to what now? 7 points at the top of the table with another game in hand over Real Madrid. On the flip side, Real Madrid will remain second, Villarreal up to third, Barcelona into fourth. At the foot of the table, Huesca, Osasuna and Elche going down. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for this. And of course, to continue on with, of course, our prediction league out in La Liga. We'll be back again, double match week this week. Of course, next time you see me, we'll be predicting for the weekend's matches, and we might even do it live. Be sure to give the video some love and smash that thumbs up, smash the subscribe, of course. And of course, if you're new to the channel, bang the old subscribe to keep you bang up to date with all things Black and Rose related, La Liga related, whoa, football related. We're going to know here on No One Ruski. Make sure you bang the little bell as well so you don't miss a beat. And also, if you want to support the channel in another way, you can check out the links down below: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon if you want to become the latest brother from another mother. But until then, though, I'll see you all very soon. Make sure you keep your mask on out there. Be safe out there, and of course, let's get football back on into the hands of the fans. Until then, though, I'll see you all very soon.